Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Vlogmas day 20. The way I've posted 20 YouTube videos in a row, that is so crazy to me. What a year it has been. I'm currently actually just finishing up uploading yesterday's workout vlog that just got posted. On Night Swim, we're doing 5 days of giveaways. We also just picked our winner, and now me and the team are going through her Instagram page to find what we want to gift to her. So we're doing mystery giveaway. It's really cute. So we pick 5 people to win, and each person gets a mystery item from Night. So we look through your page and we determine what we think you would like best, and we send you a little Christmas present in custom wrapping paper. Today, I want to start thinking about 2025. I've kind of been putting this off, but I want to look back at my 2024 mood board that I made on Pinterest. I have not referred to it recently at all. I forget what's on it, so we're going to look at that. I'm also going to use ChatGPT to help me plan my entire 2025, to be honest. ChatGPT is so helpful, guys. I will bring you through all the prompts that I'm gonna ask it, and we're just gonna sit down and reflect on 2024 and plan for 2025. Currently eating a cookie. I already ate his leg. So dry. That will be good with the tea. Honestly, still good though. Before I go sit down with my, not 1, not 2, but 3 notebooks and planners. Actually 4, because there's one over there. And that's not even including the one that I use right now. 4. We'll get into all of these. But before we do that, which I want to get all cozy on the couch with this, with the tea. But first, I want to look at my vision board on Pinterest from 2024 to see how we did. I will screen record and put it here so that you guys can see specifically what I'm talking about, but let's take a look. Actually, this first one here, that happened. That actually happened. It wasn't a relationship situation. That wasn't my man who was taking content on me, but Night Swim did go to the Bahamas and we did a shoot at night and I did crawl around in the sand. So that scene happened. Self-care moments, I couldn't tell you the last time I did a face mask. This image totally happened. There was a lot of working in cafes with the Night Swim team. A lot of stuff about books here. This image lives rent-free in my head. I think I captured that. Oh, I definitely did this. I even had the little wired headphones, I think. Definitely the book stacks. I mean, I don't have an exact, actually I do have a stack of books like that. Bookstore shopping with the girlies. Jenny and I did go to the bookstore. Reading on flights, absolutely. I definitely swam at sunset a few times. So yes, baking. We did do some baking together. Workouts, yes. Romanticize your life, absolutely. I made a whole video about this during Vlogmas. So romanticizing my life absolutely happened. This picture here is giving Italy vibes, and I did go to Italy and drink cappuccinos. Whoa, this is crazy. Do mood boards work? Or did I just put things on here that I knew I was gonna do? Maybe I need to be harder, like harder things to achieve and do, or be more specific next year or something. I don't know. Talk to yourself like someone you love. I think I got better at that this year. I think I did provide a lot more self-love to myself, especially when it comes to starting therapy and learning a lot more about myself, being a lot more self-reflective. Oh, why did I do that? Why do I feel this way? Versus just having the mindset of this is how I am. I have the mindset of why am I doing this? How can I alter this if I don't like why I'm doing this? A lot more personal growth and just self-awareness. And I want to take that into 2025 for sure. This one I didn't get to. I mean, I did try to do more meditation and breath work. I completely fell off. Could not tell you the last time I meditated or did breath work, guys. Not gonna lie, definitely fell off that. I have been doing a lot more yoga, which is nice, but the meditation, breath work, and journaling, no, haven't been doing that whatsoever. I kind of want to get back to that, but not in a strict way. All in all, I think this was a success, but also this mood board is kind of just my personality. Looking at this is kind of just me. So I don't necessarily know if I challenged myself with this mood board. I think when I write down some tangible goals, which I usually never do, I'm not a goal person. This is probably one of the first times I'm going to be making actual resolutions and goals and trying to achieve certain things by the next year. I'm usually not like that because I get really scared. I get really intimidated. I don't like failing. I hate failing and I hate disappointing people. I hate disappointing myself. I hate disappointing other people. So instead of making goals that I could fail at, I will make goals that I know I can succeed at. Cue this mood board. So I think I need to make some harder goals. It's just hard to believe in myself sometimes, you know? But I think I can do it. This year, or next year, I guess, I'm gonna make some harder, and I don't wanna say harder, but, hello?
Hey.
Hey. Before we take a seat, I'm gonna make a tea and get another cookie because it's Christmas and I am who I am. I'm a snowman? Why do I never sit and film here? This is so cute and cozy. Where to begin? Gets overwhelmed before starting, immediately goes to the cookie. I'm almost done that cookie, my tea's still too hot to have. I always do that. I want a treat and a tea, but then my tea's too hot and I just end up eating the treat before I even have my tea. And then I need to have another treat when my tea cools down. So really it's a win. First things first, we need to reflect on 2024. I'm gonna ask my bestie Chat, help me reflect on 2024. Suggested categories for reflection: personal growth, career or academic life, relationships, health and well-being, moments of joy, and future planning. Okay, so they went all the way into what you're gonna do for the coming year in 2025. Interesting. I think I'm gonna go through right now and write in my journal by hand some reflection points to each of these, and then we can dive into 2025 because that's what I'm really excited for. For once in my life, I am excited to plan future goals. I'm not usually like this. Does this mean I'm on the right path? I don't know. I mean, in some instances, there's definitely some things that are giant question marks that I'll probably just avoid completely. But hey, no, did you see that? I felt a moment of stress and I literally reached for this cookie. We need to work on our emotional attachment to food next year. For each of these categories, I'm gonna pick 1 or 2 questions to answer because for me, it feels overwhelming to answer all 3. So I'm doing what am I most proud of, and I'm just kind of writing things that I am proud that I accomplished. Not one thing that I'm most proud of, but just a list of some things I'm proud of. For example, my Audible collaboration is something I'm super proud of. Night traveling for work a little bit more, so going to the Bahamas to shoot a whole campaign, that is something I'm very proud of. Vlogmas. Oh, but then going below, what were your professional or academic highlights of this year? I just listed those. Apparently, the things I'm proud of this year are just work related. No, we're going back to question 1. I need to come up with some more things that I'm proud of / big lessons I learned. Because this is supposed to be personal growth, and here I am writing career things. I am proud of starting therapy. See, I already don't want to do this. No, I literally don't want to do this. I'm bored already. I'm so bored. Can I just skip to 2025? I don't really want to reflect anymore. I just want to start planning 2025 stuff because that's so much more fun. I want to go on Pinterest and I want to look at pictures and I want ChatGPT to plan my entire 2025. I want it to plan my whole life for me. So we're going to skip the reflection. Don't be like me. I'm setting a bad example right now, but honestly, I don't have the brain power or the energy or the desire to reflect right now. I've been reflecting with my therapist and I just don't want to do it anymore right now. So we're moving on. I did section 1, barely. I did 1 point from section 1 and I did it wrong. Help me plan how do I word this? Help me plan my 2025 year. Let's make 2025 your best year yet, please. Oh, she's calling me out. Step 1 is reflect on 2024. Oh no. Number 2. Define key focus areas. What are the most important parts of your life you want to prioritize in 2025? For example, personal growth, career, relationships, health and wellness, finance, adventure and fun. Set SMART goals. No, we are not going back to school right now with the SMART goals. Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm back in marketing 101. I'm just gonna start by jotting down some goals in the relevant categories. I have so many different books going on here. This is my current 2025 daily planner. I know that doesn't really make sense, but it started in July. So I've been using this since July, and it just has basic layouts, notes. But this one, that matches my phone case. It's just so much more aesthetic and small and adorable. So I think I want to switch to this one. I don't know if you guys can see that, but is there somewhere in here I can write my goals? Okay, not really. So this will be more for day to day. This is a specific journal that a girl sent to me. So her brand is called Journey, and it specifically tailors a journal to you. Like, look at that. You fill out a questionnaire and it tailors this journal. It's a 90-day journal. As you embark on this 90-day journey towards being less avoidant and becoming more in touch with your emotions and intuition, which those were some things I answered in the questionnaire, being less avoidant and being more in tune with my intuition. Know that this is your personal space for exploration and growth. This is so cute. So I definitely want to start this in January, and this will be my kind of everyday check-in with myself. Now I actually have to write some goals.
Going into that, I want to read ACOTAR and things that actually affect me. Next is read more genres. I put fantasy and fiction, diversify authors.
Hey, so listen, I just got super overwhelmed, not gonna lie. Making goals and reflecting on 2024, and there's all these categories, and there's so many things to think about, and there's so much pressure when it comes to goals, because are you gonna achieve them, are you not gonna achieve them? And I got stressed out and didn't know what to write, and I went on my phone to post an Instagram post, and then I got stuck on TikTok, stuck on Instagram, and then I went to make a snack. Now I'm back, and I'm gonna tackle this in a different way. I feel like an issue for me when it comes to goal setting and these types of reflective periods, going from December to January, new year, new me, something that holds me back from doing it is that I'm gonna do it wrong. And there's no wrong way to write goals. You can do it however you want to do it. And I think I was putting too much pressure on myself, looking at the ChatGPT things, setting the SMART goals, having all these different categories of relationships, health and wellness, finance, adventure and fun. I don't want to do that. I don't want to make categories and then make all these goals in each category, then make specific dates I have to do things by. It's just too much, especially as someone who is not good at goal setting. So instead, I just sat down and jotted down bullet points, no categories, to some things that I want to work on. Before I go through this list, I want to sit down and go through Pinterest, because I'm a very, very visual person. So I think I'm going to go on Pinterest. I'm going to set up a 2025 inspiration mood board, and then I'm going to come back to this list. I'm going to add anything else that I got inspired by on Pinterest, and then we can discuss and go through everything that I wrote down and go through my board. That feels better. So here I am giving you permission to not make such specific goals. Do not feel pressured to. This year I'm giving myself and you guys permission to make it way less intense. Let's take a breath. I took all the things that make sounds, the rest I can do without. Okay, quick intermission while I'm making my Pinterest board. I needed to show you my peanut butter cup. Look at this. She's gorgeous. I needed a snack while I was planning my entire life, obviously. I think I'm finally ready to present for you. Let me pull up the Pinterest board, but this is our inspo. We'll go through the specific board, quotes, why I saved some things in a second. But at a glance, here's my 2025 little inspo board. Now let's go through my jot note list. As I said, there's no categories, there's no organization to this. For me, it just felt better to write all these things down, and then next year I want to look back at this list and just overall reflect on everything. Slow down, don't rush tomorrow. This is an important one for me and something I always try to remind myself of, but I tend to forget a lot of the time. We're always rushing to get to the next thing. We're always waiting for the weekend to come. Oh, when is it gonna be Friday? When is it gonna be Saturday? We're always waiting until we have the perfect body or look a certain way before we do something. Oh, I can't wait for tomorrow. Oh, this day's been so long. I can't wait for this day to be over. Oh, when do I get my lunch break? Oh, when can I have my next cup of coffee? We're always waiting for something. I want to be a lot more present next year and just really appreciating every single moment and not wasting time, because we don't have that much time. We have a limited amount of time on earth, and I think my 20s coming to an end in 2025 is really making me reflect and want to spend every single day like it could be my last one. I want to tell people I love them more, because you just never know. I want to spend less time doom scrolling and watching TV when, yes, of course, both of those things are totally fine to do. It's okay. We beat ourselves up for scrolling when that's just literally the reality of our world right now. Businesses and everything run on social media. It is okay to scroll on social media, just not to the point where it's affecting your life. I want to make sure that I'm not spending 2 to 3 hours on TikTok and not getting anything out of it. Okay, if I talk about each point at that length, we're gonna have a problem and we're gonna be here all night. Stop avoiding to-do list items. I am brutal with writing 10 things on my to-do list that I need to do today. I'll do the things I want to do the most, or the things that, yeah, I really need to get done. But little things that can be pushed off, I will. Call so-and-so, reply to so-and-so's message, email this person back. Those little things for some reason get carried over for a month. I could be writing the same thing on my to-do list over and over, something that takes 5 minutes. Why do I do that? Please diagnose me. What is that? Is that anxiety? Is that autism? Because I actually cannot do the smallest tasks sometimes, and it's so frustrating. I do have a very avoidant personality, so that comes up later on the list as something to work on. Just challenging myself when I'm looking at my to-do list and it says call so-and-so, just do it. Don't spend time thinking about, oh, I don't really want to do that. I'm just going to do something else instead. Because as soon as I do the thing that takes 5 minutes, I feel so much better. Why do I not just do it? So I really want to work on that. That's something huge for me, is procrastinating those little tiny things that would just clear my brain and make me feel so much less stressed if I just got them done. Speak my mind more. I'm a very shy, quiet person. I just want to say what I'm thinking more often and get my thoughts out there. Honestly, a real big reason I like gardening. A lot of people don't know what gardening means, but does that help? High up in the clouds. I hope that helps. But when I say gardening, that's what I'm referring to. A big reason I like it is because it makes me talk more. I know a lot of people, they get anxious or quiet or kind of numbed out by it. I'm the complete opposite. When I am gardened, I say every thought that comes into my mind, and it makes me more extroverted. If I am around a group of people and I'm a little bit gardened, I will talk so much more than I normally would. And I think it's because that barrier of overthinking what I'm about to say gets removed, and I can just say whatever I'm thinking. And it makes me think about so many other things that I wouldn't normally think about. I don't know, it just like frees up space in my brain to creatively think more. So I want to try to bring that into my everyday life without needing to be gardened to do it, you know? More art / hobbies / coloring. I really got away from painting and coloring and drawing, which is hobbies that I really enjoyed as a kid. I was a big art student. I was not the science math girl. Bet you didn't see that coming. So I want to get back into that. I'm really, really happy I got back into reading last year and this year, but I also want to get back into art. And doing hobbies just to do hobbies. They don't have to be work related. You can just do them to have fun. Remember, you have free will. Switch up your routines. I always forget that I have free will. I forget that I could just book a plane ticket and leave tomorrow. I could do that. You can do anything. And I just forget because I'm such a die-hard routine person that when something's done a certain way, I forget that I can do it a different way. It's actually crazy how much I rely on routine, and I really want to try to challenge myself to break out of routines in 2025 and remember that I have free will. Appreciate my appearance more. As I'm sitting here at this perfect angle with my posture perfectly straight, let me look straight at you. Hey, Maybe I should film a video from the other side of my face for once. Today's not gonna be that day, but that is something I wanna work on. And my next therapy session I have scheduled in is to talk about appearance. And I think that appointment is January 2nd. So we're starting first thing on appreciating my face more and not picking it apart all the time. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And if I ever have a daughter one day, I don't want to be picking apart my appearance and have that be something she picks up on. Or he. It's a bad habit at this point. It is literally a habit for me to pick apart how I look. And I don't want to do that anymore. Focus on my preferences. I learned this year that I don't know my own preferences. Through my therapy journey, I've discovered that I, a lot of the time, always resort to whatever the other person wants to do. Whatever anyone else wants to do. If someone asks me a question of, oh, where do you want to go for dinner? Do I think about what I want for dinner? Not in the slightest. My immediate reaction is, what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Because for me, it feels better and feels safer to know that the other person is happy with where we're going. Because if I pick somewhere and they don't actually want to go there, that's terrifying for me. I hate disappointing people. I hate upsetting people. I'm not as much a people pleaser where I do extra things to make people feel good. I'm more of a, I hate disappointing people. I don't know what that is, but I hate letting people down, and I often put my own preferences on the back burner and just will go along with everyone else wants because that feels safe for me. So I want to figure out what my preferences even are. When someone asks me, hey, where do you want to go for dinner? I'm gonna stop and think for a second. What do I want for dinner tonight? Compare less and be thankful for what I do have. Comparison is a thief of joy, and I'm not gonna get too much into this one because we all need to work on this, especially in our world of social media. Comparing is everywhere. I find I compare business and success-wise a lot. I don't wanna do that. I wanna be grateful for what I do have right now and what I've accomplished so far. Lean into my romantic side. I think reading again has made me realize how much of a romantic I actually am, even though I pretend I'm not a romantic. Which you guys are probably like, are you kidding? You literally talk about romanticizing things every day. Yes, I know, okay? But I do want to just lean into my romantic side. I want to romance myself more and just tap into the lover girl energy. Feel emotions versus avoid them. I always avoid feeling hard things. I will do whatever it takes to not feel the hard emotion. I don't want to feel stress. I don't want to feel sad. I don't want to feel anger. I will do anything to avoid feeling those emotions. That's why I tend to overeat and distract myself with things like that. Why I scroll on social media, why I watch TV. I will distract myself from feeling emotions. I will get busy at work. I want to sit with myself and learn how to feel again, because I don't tap into how I feel a lot of the time. I just avoid it. Really work on my avoidance tendencies. Do things. This is what I was talking about before with the stop avoiding your to-do list items, so I'm not going to get too much more into that one, but I really do want to work on my avoidant personality. This one goes along with that too. Work on replying to texts and emails quicker. I will leave people's texts for days before I get back to them, and it's not because I intentionally don't want to answer. For some reason, I can't respond, and I don't understand what that is. Some sort of defense mechanism, stress, coping, I don't know. Same with emails. I'll see that I have an email from my accountant. Will I respond to it within 10 days? No. Sometimes I'll leave that there and then I forget, or I get busy, or the longer it sits there, the more stressed I am to open it. When it could just be them being like, hey, can you send me this document? And it takes 2 seconds to do it. So I want to try to get through my emails, get through my texts, and every day at least try to clear them so that I don't have the stress building of, oh, I never responded to that person 5 days ago. Create more book content, even if you think no one cares. I know a lot of people originally followed me because of fitness, and don't get me wrong, fitness is still a core thing, a core pillar of who I am as a person, and that will never change because I think just for a happy, long life, fitness will always be a part of me. But I really like talking about books. It's really fun for me. One of my biggest collaborations this year was Audible, which is because of books. So they bring great opportunities for me as well. So why would I not create content that I want to make that brings in great opportunities simply because I'm thinking, oh, people don't care about this. No one wants to see this. maybe they do. And I thought about making a separate book account, a separate book TikTok account. I'm just gonna post whatever I wanna post. And I think I even wrote that. Yep, right under that, I wrote more content I love. Posting more things I love, more photo dumps, more random photos, more pictures that I randomly take versus the aesthetic, nice fitness photos. And a long time I was like forcing myself to post workouts. I'm glad I don't force myself to post workouts anymore. I just post whatever I want to in relation to fitness, and I just want to keep that energy going into the next year. Annotate books more. I have been reading on my Kindle quite a bit, and I tend to read before bed, and it's kind of hard to annotate in bed, but I love annotating books. It feels like an art project. It's really satisfying to me to look at a book that's annotated, and I just love beautiful writing and beautiful words. So I want to annotate more in 2025. Have a book on me at all times, or a Kindle. I want to start bringing my Kindle or a book when I'm going places, so that instead of whipping out my phone, I can whip out my book or whip out my Kindle and get some reading in. And I think you just look so bitchy if you're walking around and you have a book. A book is a cute accessory. More girl time. This is a big one for me because I feel like I don't have that many close female friends. I don't have a female girl group of friends. I can't be having girls' nights with my 5 closest girlfriends because I don't have that. And that's kind of sad to me. I feel like I've always had 1 or 2 friends and then they don't know each other or they're just separate. I'm not a big group of friends person. If I'm with a big group of people, I'm acquaintances with them. They're not really all my close friends. I would love to have more girl time and hang out with groups of girls. I think the Alphalete girls are probably the closest I get to hanging out with groups of girls. I think it's important to nurture female friendships. So I want to try to do that. Maybe make some new friends, some book friends. We can talk about books and read together. If any of my book club girls want to be my friend, please let me know. More deep conversations that are meaningful. I want to just talk about life more with people. I really appreciate and like having deep conversations, and I feel like I don't have them enough. So I want to start surrounding myself with people who ask more intellectual questions or make me reflect on things or think about things in a different way, because I don't get that a lot, that stimulation, that deep brain stimulation. I think I get that a lot from my dad. He asks a lot of questions. He is very, very smart, like probably one of the smartest people I know. He's just my mom's really good at it too. They're very good at conversation and asking hard questions. So I want to surround myself with more people like that and have more deep, meaningful conversations. Where's my pen? I need my emotional support pen. Talk about how things make me feel. This probably relates to some of the other ones I mentioned. I have a lot of emotions. I have a lot of deep feelings, and I'm a very, very emotional person. I literally almost teared up just talking about both my parents right there. I really was holding it back. I get emotional very easy, but then I don't talk about it. I don't talk about why things make me feel a certain way, because I don't even fully know. I don't reflect on my emotions a lot. Just as I mentioned before, I think I mentioned, feel my emotions versus avoiding them. So this one kind of ties in when I say I want to talk about how things make me feel. If someone does something that bothers me, I want to be able to tell them and explain why it makes me feel that way. I'm very, very bad at confrontation. I avoid it at all costs. I'm a peacekeeper. I like to just keep the peace, keep everybody happy. That ties into the preferences as well. But I want to start telling people how I feel and why I feel that way, because I think it would also help me understand my emotions more. Wear outfits more. I am brutal with wearing the same sweat sets constantly. I tried to wear different sweats all throughout Vlogmas. As you guys notice though, I wear sweats every day. Now I do work from home and I walk on my desk treadmill, so I'm not gonna be wearing jeans and a nice sweater or anything when I'm working from home. But if I'm even just going out to the grocery store or going to get coffee, I wanna try to actually wear outfits that make me feel good more. Even if it's like this, a nice matching set versus just chucking on some sweats. Travel alone randomly. I almost didn't write this because it scared me. As I was sitting here thinking about the things I want to do, traveling alone popped into my head, and my immediate reaction was, maybe don't write that because you're probably not going to do it, and then you're going to feel bad when you don't do it and you come to reflect on this. And I don't mean just going to Texas and meeting up with all the Alphalete people. I mean going to a new country by myself and experiencing it alone. I have never done that. I'm almost 30 and I've never gone anywhere by myself besides going somewhere to meet people there, to do something there. There's always a reason for why I'm going somewhere. I want to just go somewhere just to go somewhere. This goes back to free will. I can do that. I can go wherever I want to go. I'm lucky enough that my job allows me to be able to travel. I'm lucky enough that I can afford a plane ticket. What am I still doing here? Why have I not gone to a bunch of different places? Because I'm scared to go alone. I'm scared to be there and have to go find a cafe by myself. What if I don't speak that language? What if I get lost? I get lost very easily. I have no sense of direction. I think this would challenge me a lot and make me into a better person. So I decided, screw it, you are writing that down. I really, really want to do that. So guys, please come back at me if I don't do this in 2025. Because this one's actually a really important one to me because it was the only thing that made me really scared writing it down. Learn makeup. I want to learn how to do a little bit more makeup this next year, especially doing more athlete photo shoots, getting older. I just want to feel my best. I just want to stop being lazy and having the excuse of, oh, I don't know how to do makeup. Oh, I don't know how to make. No, you can literally learn. You know how many tutorials there are online? There's no excuse. So I want to put the time in. I want to learn. I want to make a very, very, very simple routine, the basics. And the last thing I wrote, which basically ties into a lot of the things above, is to get uncomfortable. I am a comfort zone person. I love my safe comfort zone. I love to be in my house by myself, reading my books. I love to be in my comfort zone. Doing things like traveling alone. Oh, my light died. Whenever my light dies, it means the video needs to end. I haven't even gone through my board with you yet. What was I saying? Oh, I was just talking about getting uncomfortable. I just want to get out of my comfort zone more and do things that scare me and do things that make me nervous because that's where you grow. Briefly, before we go away, I'm so sorry if it's dark, but you know what? It's cozy. Let's quickly look at my Pinterest board. We'll go through a few things here. First, over here I have, don't set yourself on fire to keep others warm. That ties into the people pleasing. Beside, we have a picture of an ACOTAR cake because I kind of want to reread ACOTAR. We have some hand tattoos. I want to get some more hand tattoos. This next picture, this means balance for me. We have the hot Pilates and then we have the gardening. I want to continue that balance. I just love the vibe of this. Little cafes, rings, cutie glasses. Love the whole energy. Swimwear, bikinis on here. Effing text back, bitch. But finally I found peace. I think peace is important to me. These three over here, these are literally all about texting back. Intuition first, everything else second. I want to listen to my intuition more and listen to my gut feelings more. I really, really want to try to tap into that because that is not a strong suit of mine. I am not great at listening to my gut or knowing how I actually feel about something. I second guess myself constantly. Me and ChatGPT. No, literally. You're more powerful when calm, just trying to de-stress a lot. I have 2 pictures of red hair on here because I do want to get back to more red in my hair. This is a girl learning makeup, more annotations in books, traveling alone, bringing a book on the subway station, always having a book, more girl time, hanging out with the girls, Pilates, being my own muse, enjoy where you are. So living in the moment. So this is the starting board that we have here. I will be adding to this board for sure. This doesn't feel complete yet. I actually want to start adding to this every single month. So at the end of each month, I want to check this board, see kind of how I'm doing and add a few pins to it. Maybe we can make this a video thing that we do every month on my YouTube channel, is go through the Pinterest board, go through the new additions, see how I'm doing maintaining the goals I wrote in my book. Maybe we can just keep checking in and we can keep both of us accountable. What are your goals for 2025? Please comment some ideas below. I would love to know. My camera's now overheating and my light died and my microphones are about to die. So I think this video really needs to end, but I will see you guys tomorrow for our last weekend of Vlogmas together. I hope you guys enjoyed and I will see you in my next one. I felt like I ended that really abruptly. I was just like, here's all my goals and bye. But I'm getting really stressed that all my devices are dying at the same time. So I'm so sorry if that was abrupt. Love ya.